Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be doing my top 10 splurge-worthy products. So let's just go ahead and get into it. So if you are new to my channel, you know how much I love drugstore makeup. I mainly talk about drugstore, but I do have a few things that I have personally splurged on that I think, or that I've gotten for birthday presents or Christmas gifts or whatever, and I totally think it is worth the money. So I'm going to start off with the face because I do have a lot of face stuff to talk about. The first thing is the Dr. Brandt Pores No More Primer. I've talked this to death here on my channel. This is the trial size. It's only like $17 and the full size is $45. This is just a pore refiner primer. It really blurs out the pores. This is the primer that I have seen the biggest difference in my pores. When I put it on, I can see that it's really filling in my pores. I love the Smashbox one, and you know, that's another really good splurge-worthy one, but I think if you are going to spend $40 on the Smashbox primer, just spend $45 and get the Dr. Brandt, because I honestly think it's better. For foundation, I definitely recommend the One Heck of a Blot All Day Liquid to Powder Foundation from Soap & Glory. Now this is $19, so for some people it might not be a splurge, but for me it is. It's definitely not drugstore, but what's good at Ulta is that you can get Soap & Glory and you can use your like coupons that you get, like the $3.50 off 10, the 20% off. You can use it on Soap & Glory products, so you can definitely get this cheaper for $19. But even with those coupons, it still comes out to like the cheapest you could probably get it would be $15. So, you know, it's still up there in price. It's not drugstore prices. So this is a splurge product for me, and I definitely recommend it. I did do a first impressions video on this, which I will link for you guys. Okay, so for blush, I have a couple things to talk about. The first one is this Too Faced Love Flush Blush Palette. It basically has deluxe size samples of all the shades in their collection. Now, I think if you just have like one shade that you love, that you wear all the time, definitely just get, you know, one color. I think it's like $26. But I think this is about $36 and you get all the colors in the collection. So I think that this is great because if you're someone who travels, if you're someone who loves makeup, or you just want a lot of different color blushes, this is just a nice compact little way to have it. It's so cute. You have everything you need in here, and I just totally absolutely love this, and they're heart-shaped and the packaging is super cute, so that's also a seller. Okay, and then the next thing is MAC blushes. Now, I have gotten both of these at a CCO, so it's a cosmetic company outlet, and I have the shade Rosy Outlook, which is one that I got recently, and let me tell you guys the story really quick. So I was at the cosmetic company outlet, and I was obviously looking at the MAC stuff, and I saw that this was on like its own little thing, and then I looked at the sign that above it, and it said like 50%, an extra 50% off this table, and I was like, so I got this blush for $9.50. Like, that's only a couple dollars more than drugstore. I about had a heart attack. So again, this one is Rosy Outlook. There's blushes are just so smooth. And this one like swatches very light. But I mean, I'm wearing it today and you can really, you know, obviously tell I have blush on. And then the next one is Full of Joy. And this is a more like purple blush. But again, I just think it's absolutely stunning. And these blushes last on the cheeks for a really long time. They're super smooth. I love the formula, so I definitely recommend these. And I definitely recommend checking out a cosmetic company outlet if you have one near you, because they have MAC stuff for cheaper. Okay, so for highlighters, I have two different brands to talk about. The first one is Laura Geller, and recently I've talked about the new Baked Gelato swirls in Peach Glow and Charming Pink. I just freaking love these highlighters. They're so pretty. But so she also has a Baked Gelato in Gilded Honey, which this one is like iconic, and it, like, you can tell it's very well loved. And this is just a very, very gold highlight. It's so pretty, especially in the summer. Like, oh my gosh, I'm so obsessed with it. I love it so much. So her Baked Gelato highlighters are really good, but I also just loved her regular baked highlighter, and this one is in French Vanilla. This is like a little mini size, and this one is so beautiful. The Wet n Wild Color Icon Bronzer in Reserve Your Cabana is a total dupe for this. I did that one in my dupes video. But it's just so beautiful because it just brightens and it adds a little bit of shine, but not too much, and it's just really beautiful. So I love Laura Geller for highlighters. And the next brand is Becca, which Everyone talks about Becca Highlighters. I have two shades. I have Champagne Pop, which is exclusive to Sephora. And this is like a beautiful, just champagne color. It's right there. And it adds a lot of shine. And I'm pretty fair, and this still looks beautiful on me, if I do say so myself. And then the other one I have is Moonstone. And this one doesn't pack quite the punch that Champagne Pop does, but it's definitely a little bit lighter, a little bit brighter. Another really famous one is Opal, and I don't have that one, but these two definitely recommend. And like I said, Champagne Pop is exclusive to Sephora, but you can get Moonstone at Ulta. And don't forget, at Ulta, you can use your Ulta rewards, like points, for any prestige product as well. So anything I mentioned that you can get at Ulta, definitely use your reward points to get money off. So now moving on to eyes, I just have two different brands to talk about here, and they are about palettes. The first brand is Lorac, which is no surprise. I love Lorac eyeshadows. I think they're so smooth and pigmented, and they're just gorgeous. This is the Pro 2, which is more cool toned, and then this is the Pro 1, which is more warm tone. I absolutely love these. I've had these for years, and they do have like little smaller versions. They have like a shimmer one, and then they have a matte one, and then they have like some unzipped palettes, which I've never tried, but the Lorac Pro Palettes, definitely you will not regret them. They are so smooth and pigmented, like I've said. They do kick up a little bit, but nothing you just tap your brush off won't fix, and they are just absolutely beautiful. And then the next brand for eyeshadow palettes is Too Faced. I mean, the packaging alone is so cute. So this is the chocolate bar palette, just the regular, original. Smells like chocolate, neutral with a little bit of pops of color. So beautiful. And then this is the recent release Sweet Peach palette, which I'm totally obsessed with, which I've talked about to death on my channel. I even did a whole tutorial on this with this palette. So they do have like a semi-sweet chocolate, and then they have the chocolate bonbons palette as well. But this formula kicks butt. It's so smooth, so pigmented, and it's like Lorac in that sense, but it's a little bit better because it doesn't kick up a ton of shadow when you tap your brush into it. I just love Too Faced shadows. Honestly, I think it's my favorite formula. So beautiful and stunning. I think if you purchase the Lorac palettes or the Too Faced palettes, you will not be disappointed. Okay, lastly, I want to touch on a couple lip things. The first lipsticks are from MAC, and I have the shade Blankety and Syrup. Syrup is definitely my all-time favorite color. This is a luster. Beautiful, beautiful everyday shade. Oh my god, it's so stunning. And then Blankety is an amplified finish. And this is a nude, which I just absolutely love. MAC lipsticks are super comfortable, super creamy. I just totally recommend these. I think that they, you know, they are a little pricey. Like, this is a splurge video, so everything's going to be a little pricey. I think they're like $17, $18 a piece, but they're just so good. Like, they're just so good. Oh my gosh, I love them. Okay, another lipstick, which is not going to be a surprise, is a Bite Beauty lipstick. And this is a luminous cream, which I think they discontinued, but I'm sure they're the ones they just released, which I forget what they're called. Rouge creams or something like that. I'm sure they're just as good. These are an all-organic brand, so you can totally, like, munch on this if you want, which I wouldn't suggest because it's like $25 lipstick. It's up there, by the way, on my knuckle. But this is the shade Mulberry. So stunning, and like I said, this is an all organic brand. I've talked about this brand, this lipstick in general, a lot here on my channel. It's just so good, so creamy, pigmented, so comfortable on the lips. Like, it just feels like you're wearing a high-end lipstick, you know? So I think if you're gonna like purchase a high-end lipstick, go with Bite. It is a little bit more expensive than MAC, but I totally think it's worth it. And then I have a liquid lipstick, and this is a little baby that came in a lip kit that I bought from Sephora. And this is the Tartist Lip Paint in Namaste. And I love this. This is a very, very comfortable liquid lipstick. The color is right there, which is a really weird place to swatch, but it's just a peachy nude. But I'm not kidding. This is probably the most comfortable, like, liquid lipstick that I own. It's got a little bit of that moussey texture. Honestly, you know what this reminds me a lot of now that I'm thinking about it? Are the Hard Candy Velvet Mousse ones. And they actually feel very, very similar. But this shade is really pretty, and it's just so comfortable, and it dries down really fast, which I like. And like I said, it does have that mousse kind of consistency, so it's not as drying as like a straight up liquid lipstick. Okay guys, so that is it for this splurge video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know I talk a lot about drugstore products, but I just kind of wanted to gather my favorite like expensive things and talk about them with you guys. And you know, if you want to splurge, if you have Ulta points or whatever that you want to use, you go to a CCO, definitely check this stuff out. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me and watching my videos. I really appreciate it, and I will catch you guys in my next one. Bye!